Dientes de Navarino is one of the southernmost trekking circuits in the world. It's in southern Patagonia on Navarino Island, and the trailhead is located right on the outskirts of Puerto Williams. The entire loop is about 50 kilometers, and it's usually done as a 4 to 5 day backpacking trip, but our plan was to try to complete it in 1 day.
We start at 5:20. 5:20 running to Cerro La Bandera. At the top of Cerro La Bandera, you can get a really nice view of the town of Puerto Williams and the bigger channel with the mountains of Tierra del Fuego in the distance.
We went with ultralight gear, just some warm layers, emergency supplies, food, and a little bit of water in our backpacks, because we knew we could find plenty of water on the trails. So no tent, no sleeping bags, or any other overnight gear. We knew we had to make it back before nightfall. And then we started going up to this snowy pass. It started snowing harder. Just as we got to the top of the mountain pass, out of nowhere, this black dog just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, smiling and so happy and playing.
And we were dead.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the name, but suddenly he just showed up, and now we have a third member of our group. Oh. And Jess, of course, she's so happy.
Of course, we gave him a name. We call him Navarino.
So we continued hiking with our new friend Navarino. The path was really hard to find, but we just followed our new dog friend.
Yeah, Navarino was our trail angel, really, our trail angel.
Seems like he's done it before, so we just trusted him. We were kind of slow though, because he would keep stopping and coming back, making sure we're still following.
And also we have to share the food with Navarino.
Yeah, we had to split our rations a little differently for our third teammate.
Where is your friend?
And then in Paso Ventarrón, Navarino decided to stop. Do you remember?
I think he was tired.
Yeah.
So he went to sleep. So we had to wait for him a little bit.
Yeah. We chose summer because of the long hours of sunlight. The weather was on our side. It was hard to believe a couple of hours ago we were trekking in the snow.
Okay, the best part of the hike was Paso Virginia. So that's the highest elevation on the hike. I think it's 850 meters.
Yeah.
This is the first time we saw the Beagle Channel since the beginning of our trek, so we knew we were getting close to the end. So we continued along the mountain ridge, looking for a way down, and I saw in the distance, like, it looked like it was, there had been like a rock slide, you know, and like the side of the mountain was, there's kind of like sandy and rocky, and I was like, no, that's not the way down. And so we just kept walking, looking for a path, and Navarino, our guide, he started going down that sand, and I was like, don't go down there, you're gonna fall off the mountain. And turns out that that was the trail down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 5 kilometers in the forest were torture because there was no trail.
No.
We got really lost. We had to like walk through like thorny bushes and
we followed the road of the horses.
Eventually we found like animal paths back to the city, but that was by far like torture. And then you get back to the road and you realize you have 7K of road back to town.
And then we arrived to Puerto Williams.
17 hours later?
Yeah, 17 hours later. Navarino
just kind of disappeared. Puerto Williams is such a small town that you show someone a picture of a dog that you found in the mountains and they'll know exactly who he is and where he lives and who his girlfriend is.
Yeah. Yeah, so the owner told the story about Navarino. Navarino in that moment has 9 months. It was a mix between a lab and a German Shepherd. Navarino grew up in the Navy base.
And he hangs out at the Navy base on weekdays, and he hangs out at the hotel on weekends.
And he has a girlfriend, Camila.
So we followed Navarino's girlfriend, Camila, through Puerto Williams, hoping that she would lead us to him, but unfortunately we could not find him. And, you know, considering we were getting a lot of strange looks from people for following the dog, we decided that you know, it would be really sad not to be able to say goodbye, but he has a great family taking care of him. He has a great girlfriend looking out for him, and he's probably out in the mountains guiding another group of runners or trekkers through snowy mountain passes. So if you visit Puerto Williams and do the Dientes de Navarino circuit and come across Navarino up there in the mountains, give him a big hug from us and a sandwich with manjar.
And make sure to bring Cleaver. He really likes them.
Because he deserves it.
Thank you, Navarino. So, what you can find in Puerto Williams? Improvisación.
Are we recording right now?